Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. It's that time of year for some fresh strawberries. And I'm gonna make a strawberry spinach salad. I'm gonna start with the dressing. It's on page 13 in Granny's Farm to Table. If you have a copy, it's on page 13. If you don't have a copy, you can get one at cookingcuttingup.com and you can order those online. We're gonna start with a half cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I bought 2 really big lemons, and I'm gonna just pray to the good Lord that it's a half a cup, and if it's not, I'm gonna have to add some of this lemon concentrate because I'm not going back to the grocery store. Just saying, I've been there. Lord, it's like my home away from home, okay? All right, so let's juice these. Get all of it out that I can. Half cup of fresh lemon juice, preferably. You can use the concentrate if that's what you've got. But you know, if you make your own dressing, you know exactly what's going in it. There's not a lot of preservatives and things that you don't recognize and things that you can't pronounce, okay? So this is a good dressing just to have in a mason jar to have for any kind of salad. Trying to make some room here. Get those seeds off of there. I have squeezed this thing. This is a Pampered Chef squeezer, and I've done it both ways with the cut side up and the cut side down. I'm not sure exactly which one's the best. We've got a half a cup, and I've got a few lemon seeds in there. Let me grab a spoon. This recipe was given to me by my cousin Debbie, who's an excellent cook, and she cooks year-round with fresh ingredients. So I always look for this particular salad at our family gatherings from her. Okay, come on, seed. You know this only happens if I'm videoing, okay? If I wasn't videoing, this wouldn't have happened. But let me get the seeds out. That's the keeping it real side of this vlog. You just don't know what's gonna happen in here. But it's the real deal. You know, it's really being in the kitchen and really doing some stuff and sometimes making mistakes. Hopefully it won't be with this salad tonight. And that little sucker just doesn't want to come on. There we go. And one more. Come to mama. Come to mama. There we go. Okay, half a cup of fresh lemon juice going into my quart-sized mason jar, okay? Next, we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar. And I think I have just enough for this. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on a wish and a prayer, okay? Let's see if there's a 1/4 cup of this. We're gonna go with it either way. But the recipe calls for 1/4 of a cup of white wine vinegar. Next, we're gonna add in, the original recipe called for vegetable oil. I'm gonna use olive oil to lighten it up and to make it a little more healthy. So you do what works for you. I have 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and that's what I'm using. I'm trying to keep it on the lighter, healthy side. I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and I'm gonna eyeball that. And then we're gonna go in with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 1/2 teaspoons of poppy seeds. And I'm gonna eyeball that too. Okay. And that is as simple as it is. I'm gonna give this a shake. And like I said, you can use it for this recipe. You can use it for any kind of salad you want, but it's fresh and it's light and it's pretty healthy and preservative free. I mean, you don't have extras in it. So lemon poppy seed dressing, page 13 in Granny's Farm to Table. Stay tuned for the salad. Strawberry spinach salad. It is strawberry season in North Carolina, and I cannot thank Smith Farms of Gibsonville, North Carolina enough for these beautiful, beautiful strawberries. Y'all can see those. We're going to use about a pint for this recipe. They are family owned. There's 3 generations of Smiths that work there year round. They're open April to October, and they have a website. It's www.smithfarms.Gibsonville.com. So thank you to Craven and Kim Smith and Tamara and Claude Smith. Appreciate it. They are located on the corner of Tickle Road and Highway 61 in Gibsonville, North Carolina. We're going to take a box of already washed, ready to eat baby spinach and put it in this bowl. It's a beautiful color. Nice and green. I'm going to pat it down a little bit so everything will fit in here for me. And then I'm going to go to cutting a little bit of red onion. And this is kind of to your taste. And you don't have to put the red onion in it. If you don't like red onion, don't put the red onion in it. Personally, I like red onion, so I'm going to put it in mine. Get those little squiggly things off of there. I don't know what you call it. It's just like the skin of the onion. It gets thin right there in between the layers. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut this as thin as possible. I love strawberries any way you want to fix them. If you want to put them in a smoothie, if you want to put them in a salad, if you want to put them just in a bowl, pour a little milk over them, eat them like that, maybe a little whipped cream. I definitely love them in a pie, a cobbler, a cake, a shortcake. I love all those things about strawberries, and it's definitely strawberry season here. When I went down to Smith's, they had a bunch of strawberries. So if you are local and you're looking for strawberries, they have some beautiful ones that are so sweet that I'm going to put some of them up just to eat in the refrigerator with no kind of sugar on them. That's how sweet they are. All right, I'm going to layer this with some red onion. And like I said, you can add as much as you want, as your family likes, or as you like. I'll be eating this and sharing it with my mama and daddy. My guys are not big spinach eaters, but they can have a bowl of strawberries for dessert, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna start with these strawberries, and I'm just gonna, since I don't have usually I have an extra bowl for the scraps. I'm just gonna cut them like this. Don't they look delicious? My boys went through school, middle and high school, with Tamara and Claude Smith's boys. They went to the same high school, played ball together, played baseball and football together. And so we've been knowing them for a long time. And you know, it's good to support a local family farm. If you can in your community, it is definitely the best way to do it. It helps them to stay in business and to keep raising produce that feeds the masses. So support your local farmers. Smith Farms also has a lot of flowers, hanging baskets, you name it, bedding plants, herbs, because I got me some of those too to put in my planters. And I'm just cutting these as thin as I can. And I'm gonna make mine to put in the refrigerator for when I eat it for dinner later tonight. Sweet, love them. We've had good weather lately for strawberries. Just a few more. I love them. They're rich in potassium. They're mostly water, but they sure are good this time of year in our neck of the woods. What's coming in y'all's neck of the woods? I would love to know under this vlog. What are y'all seeing where you're from? I just did that. We're the only ones that are going to be eating it. That's the nice part about cutting them up too. You can have your little snack and taste them as you go. And it sweetens that salad. And I will mix that up, and so you can have when we eat it, we can have some strawberries with every bite. There we go. I'm gonna add 1 cup of roasted pecans, and I roast them in my pan over here. I'm gonna grab me a bowl and pull them up out of that pan. I did it in my black iron skillet. I did it 8 minutes on 350. I sprayed just a tiny bit of cooking spray over them, and then I put just a tiny bit of salt on mine. You don't have to do that, but that's how I do it. And I'm gonna leave a few to snack on as well. So I'm gonna add some pecans to this. The recipe calls for 1 cup. I'm gonna have to cover this with a plastic or some, like some plastic wrap since it's mounted like this. And lastly, we're gonna add some feta cheese to this salad. And you can put it in a decorative bowl and it'll be beautiful for you. Or you can put it in a Tupperware bowl just like mine. And we're gonna eat this for dinner tonight. Strawberry spinach salad with lemon poppy seed dressing. Give this one a try, y'all. Thanks again to Smith Farms, Gibsonville, North Carolina.